Alright, we are back. More Sons of the Forest. Now let's get to work. Let's get to work today. Maybe, just maybe, if we work hard enough and aren't interrupted all that much, we can get a few things done. That would be superb. Pull that one, didn't I? Build. It's fine. There. So let's drop these off. Did I put that piece in? I did not. This is a lot of work. What the hell am I doing? Damn it. We need the bodies. No. Ah, sticks. Ah, sticks. Apparently Kellen's cleaned out this whole area. Maybe I did. Yeah. Way to go. Way to go, Devs. Just make Kelvin extremely vulnerable. You can't do anything. We can't swing our sword anywhere near this guy. Because you kill Kelvin. And that is some shit coding is what that is. I will call that. I will call that. Shit coding. You have a guy who's vulnerable to arrow fire and swords, but let's just have him run right in the middle of the battle. You know, and crouch down so he can get hit easier. Yeah, that's brilliant coding. Brilliant coding. That's not as hard to fix as yeah, we have to go to the other side, don't we? Yeah. Something like that is not as hard to fix as say, you know, a monster getting stuck in your building. That might be a little more difficult. But the fact that Kelvin just runs right in the middle of a freaking battle, crouches down so he can get beat on, yeah. That's lovely coding right there. That's one of those things that takes away from how good this game could be. We need that log, aren't we? Yeah. No, we don't need that log. Just need to climb up there. not having, the food types. I make fun of the game for that, like, boiled meat, things like that. I make fun of that quite a bit. But that's just wish list stuff. Wish list stuff. Oh, I wish we had better food. Oh, I wish I wish Kelvin could have a gun or a spear or something like that. Maybe defend himself or maybe run away a little bit better. That's wish list stuff to me. Having stuff like him running into a middle of a combat situation, and then, he runs right in front of your crossbow as you're firing and getting killed because the developers chose not to code a situation for him to leave. Did I put a thing? Yeah. That is just not acceptable. It takes away from the game's, I'm not going to say immersion, it takes away from the game's playability. Or doors not shutting correctly. That's another one. You gave us doors, but they don't shut correctly. How difficult is that for you to? It's a collision object, is what it is. So they just need to decrease the size of the collision area so it doesn't shudder like that back and forth. Are they going to fix it? Probably not. Imagine they're too busy working on flying spaghetti monsters. Flying meat sacks. Huh. There you go. One of my big annoyances with all developers, there are very few game companies that can create a complete game, right? You want to keep playing again and again and again, and you know that when you get to a series and people make multiple seasons of it, that's a replayable game. I love those games. But when they lose the plot, or they just are lazy with the programming, or they address the issue but they hand wave it away, hand waving it away is the ultimate in arrogance. Like you're not helping your case out at all. And I'm not saying that N9 has done that. I'm just saying when developers do that, some developers will. just hand wave the player's issue away as, oh, you just don't understand. No, I have a pretty good idea how programming is done. I understand it a little bit. Pretty good idea how it's done. I know how some coding is done. I know enough to know enough. That reminded me of a story. So, what's interesting is that is that when you, if you know a little bit about something, you know enough to call BS, right? So if you know enough to call BS, you know when somebody's lying to you about something, especially salesmen. No, not that. Especially a salesman, if he's trying to sell you something, or somebody's trying to hand wave away. Use hand wavium. Hand wavium an issue. So if you know a little bit, you know enough to know enough. And that's so funny story. I don't know if it's a funny story. But so as I've said before, my father was a golf course superintendent. And so he knows how to install irrigation systems into anywhere, right? And installing an irrigation system is not that expensive. It's really not. It doesn't cost a lot of money. The money's made is in labor. So pipe is cheap, right? Pipe is very, very cheap. And then you just have a few things components that you need to buy. You just need to buy some timers and the sprinkler heads. It's not very expensive. And if you just read up on it, you find out how inexpensive it really is. It doesn't cost that much. If you do it yourself, if you do it yourself, you're probably going to spend less than $1,000. But you need to know where the coverage is and so on. So it's not, you got to trench the area out. Hope you don't hit any hidden power wires or anything like that. But you get the idea, right? So it's not expensive. What's PVC pipe cost you? A big pile of nothing, right? So I want you to understand that. And then the sprinkler heads themselves are not expensive either. And then the electronics, again, it's just wiring. So it's not a big deal. Most of the cost is in labor. And what companies will do is, I'm making these numbers up. So if you have a laborer who is going to be installing is going to be installing the pipe, digging the trench, so on and so forth. Let's say that laborer makes, I don't know, $15 an hour, for example. What the company does is they charge you $20 an hour per person. Now, they have to do that because they also have expenses that they need to incur. So they got to pay the payroll taxes and all that kind of stuff. But they'll put $15 an hour wage on somebody and charge the person $5 more. I'm just making that number up. So, just to give you an idea, and so the guy works 40 hours, you multiply that times their pay. And there's a lot of profit in the labor as well. Because you also have your supervisor, always add money to that. So the money is in the labor that the company charges the homeowner or the company that they're installing the irrigation system for. And you, as a homeowner, if you knew enough, could probably install an entire system after it's all said and done for about $1,000, maybe $1,500. A complete irrigation system for your life if you follow the codes and all the things you need to follow. Okay? And it's going to take you a little bit of time because you've never done it before. That's generally why you hire a professional to do it, because you just don't want to bother with it, or so on and so forth. But if you were to expense that out to somebody, or hire a company to do that, that could that $1,500 to $1,000 job could very well cost you $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, depending on labor and such. So my mom and dad were out looking for a new home. And they were looking at some of these pre-bought homes, or not pre-bought. I can't speak. They were looking for homes in a nice neighborhood. And I'm going with my mom and dad looking at these houses. And so they have, when you go to a what do you call it, a neighborhood that is being built, they'll have the showcase house. This is the house where everybody comes in, and that's where they have everything set up. For you to look at the houses and such. And so my dad goes, yeah, how much for this house? And the salesman was like, oh, it's $230,000. And my dad raises an eyebrow. He says, $230,000. The rest of the houses are, they're going for 210. But where's the extra 20 coming from? And the guy looks at my dad straight in the eye and he goes, oh, it's the irrigation system that's in here. You ever think we went back? He didn't say anything. He didn't say a word. I looked at him too, like, you're a two-faced liar. I will never do business with you. Would never do business with you. And you're like, $20,000 for an irrigation system? I don't think so. I think you're a liar. I figured I'd one. So yeah, I mean that's one of the things you can, even if you're in, different industries, if you know a little bit about something, get in there. If you know a little bit about something, the cost of building something. Now my dad would have accepted him saying, the $5,000 or $10,000, even $5,000 or $10,000, he would have accepted that because he knew the cost of install, and so on and so forth. You got to pay your people. But $20,000, and he was like, nah, you're so full of shit. You're so full of shit. I could smell a mile away. And that's how you could find out. That's one of the ways you never do business with a guy like that. So and there were a bunch of nice houses there too, and we were considering moving into that. My mom and dad were obviously they're buying the house. They were considering building a house in that area. Yeah, you just lost a sale, son. business with somebody who misrepresents the truth even a little bit. You know, it'd be like it's the same thing. Like if you were, be like somebody who was in HVAC, right? And the guy said, "Oh yeah, we have a superior HVAC system in here, heating and air conditioning, right?" He goes, "Oh yeah, how much does that cost?" Well, $30,000. The HVAC guy would look at you and like, "You're a freaking liar. You are nothing but a freaking liar." The best salesmen are the ones who tell you the truth. About their product or those are the salesmen that you want to have around you when you're buying things, because you know you can trust them. That goes with people too. You're the kind of guy who moves the golf ball, aren't you? What? Yep. You're the kind of guy who moves the golf ball. Whew. Yeah, we didn't get our parkour there. Then I had one. I got to know a lot of salesmen as well, and you get some pretty slick ones. They don't. It's not like they lie to you, but they can sell you. You know, they can sell you. They know what you want. Well, he was telling me some of the sales techniques that he would use on people, and some of his prices on some of his goods were higher than his competitors. And he would use a very simple sales technique. He would say, "Do you want to do business with me, or do you want to do business with them?" Right? If you had a relationship with the guy, say, "Hey, I noticed your product. This is a little more expensive." Yeah, it's more expensive. We don't make excuses for it. But would you rather do business with me or them? I'd rather do business with you. You are a straight shooter, sir. The other one is you can't afford it. He would say, person would say, hey, your prices are pretty expensive. And he would just look at him and say, yeah, I'm sorry that, you might not be able to afford to do business with us. Like what? Yeah, we're expensive, so you might not be able to afford to do business with us. And you have to deliver that line very well, because some people will take offense, right? In a bad way. You have to know the customer really well to be able to use that line. But sometimes it makes the customer go, I can afford it. You say it in an offhanded way. In other words, you wouldn't say it directly to the customer. So you would use the other customer as a story. But yeah, I was talking to a guy the other day. We were trying to work out a deal for these parts and equipment, and he noticed our prices, and we're unapologetic about our prices. And I just told him, you might not be able to afford to do business with us. So I'm sorry, but we are expensive for a reason. You get the best from us. And so, well, I can afford to do business with you. What are you talking about? Yeah. But don't lie. If you know your product sucks, don't be like, yeah, our products is the best, and then you never get a sale again. Be honest. This. You want to learn how to talk to people? Learn how to sell. Get some salesmen's books. Learn some of their techniques. And what's funny is that sales techniques are just like real life. Treat your customers with respect. Don't lie to them. That kind of thing. Sell them on the benefits. Special, let's go to sleep. Sleep. Oh, we must have drank out of this one before. Oh well. Soda pop. What? That didn't fill us up at all? There's an energy bar. There's another energy bar. Pot away. We need to grab some stones from over yonder. One of the other things, the really cool things I learned about just in life in general was don't have a scarcity mindset. You know, you've heard the phrase, don't negotiate if you can't afford to walk away. Because you're not really negotiating there. You're at the mercy of the person who's sitting across the table from you. If you can't afford to walk away from a negotiation, whatever negotiation that is, then you're beholden. You're trying to get the best deal, but people can smell desperation. This guy, they want this deal, so they're not going to get you the best. You're not going to get the best price for it. But if you can afford to walk away, the deal has no meaning to you other than let's make a deal. If you can agree to my terms, that's great. If you can't, well, that's all right too. Somebody else will agree to my deal. Then if you could set your life up in that way, that's even better. Your job becomes that much more fulfilling, I think anyway. I don't need this job, but I'm happy to work here. It's a whole different mindset than I have to have this job because, you know, I got to pay the mortgage. Well, what if you don't have a mortgage? Then you work because you want to. I don't have to buy this house. I don't have to buy this particular house. I have plenty of housing options. There are plenty of houses to choose from. There are plenty of jobs to choose from. but that's just me. And there's plenty of stone to choose from, right? We don't have to pick up you. You're not worth, you piece of stone. You're not worth my time. There's plenty of stone for me to pick up. And Kelvin's been doing a kind of poor job picking up stone. We're gonna have to have a little chat later on, I think. Side. I already did the other side. Where are all the skulls? Did I pick them up already? Must have. There's one. Oh well. jump? Probably not. No. There you go. Just like that. Whew. Okay, let's drop this corner. Uh-huh. just don't care. He knocks you down. Don't care. Donut care. I have no donuts of caring. Okay. Ooh, doggy, doggy, dog. All right. Getting to the last row here. That's getting the rest of this done. No. We should be go around this way. Kind of. Maybe. Hang on. Let's go to the top. Yes, this one goes all the way up. That doesn't. Okay. Got it. So let's talking about here. There for now. No, we need to take this out. Just. Place a lot of this over here later. This out, this will not be hard to get around. Ooh, no, that goes in there. This is go out one. Right. This goes there. And we need 4 more. Grab this one, go here, take these out. Okay, now there for like an hour. Jesus. We need 8 more. Not even gonna bother with them. We're about done with the day, so. This. Do that. sitting on one. Son of a bitch. Get up. Go shoot him. Go get your revenge. That's what we want to hear. All done. All done. Well, it didn't take 3 days like I thought it might. Now, that's going to be a lot of wood. That, my friends, that's going to be a lot of wood. I'm going to cut down. I have to cut down a few trees. Oh, and then we have to do the paneling on the front. Well, the other side, really. I should have done that while I was building. Was it 1, 2, 3? It's about 4. Oh, we're gonna need about 1,200 pieces of wood, right? Let's grab some food. Boiled meat. Boiled meat is filled. Well, let's go nighty-night. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. Ooh, doggy. Most of the stonework is done. We still have to stone in the front. Well, a couple areas, but oh my goodness gracious, we're getting done. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.